In the matter of Abre Los Brazos, a Florida political committee versus Miami-Dade County, case number 11-174CA04. This is a videotaped deposition of Commissioner Natacha Seijas. This deposition is being taken at 9100 South Dadeland Boulevard in Miami, Florida. Today's date is February 3rd, 2011, and the time is 11:15 a.m. The court reporter is Joan Ocker from Tropical Reporting, and the videographer is Lenny Kagan from Video Court Reporting. Would counsel please state your appearances for the record?
Michael Pizzi on behalf of Miami Voice, intervener.
Ben Cuney, also present for Miami Voice.
David Ryder, also present for Miami Voice.
Assistant County Attorney Gerald Sanchez, here on behalf of Commissioner Natacha Seijas in her official capacity.
Assistant County Attorney Orrin Rosenthal on behalf of Miami-Dade County.
And Stephen Cody on behalf of Commissioner Seijas in her personal capacity, as well as Abre Los Brazos, the plaintiff in this case.
Okay, could you please swear the witness?
Raise your right hand.
Tell you what, before we do that, there's a matter I want to take care of. The case law in Florida, are we rolling, sir?
Yes.
Okay, good. The case law in Florida is absolutely clear that the press has no right to pretrial discovery matters. I see present with us is Mr. Hagman from the Herald. I'm going to ask that he leave this chamber.
Okay, well, I think...
As we stated at
Yeah.
a previous deposition, we have no objection to the media being in attendance and will not be asking the reporter to leave.
Okay. I do, and the case law indicates that unless all parties agree, that cannot go forward. So I will ask you again, will Mr. Hagman leave?
I'm going to defer to Mr. Cuney, but Miami Voice is not going to ask him to leave, and it's Mr. Reiner's office, and I do not believe Mr. Reiner is going to ask him to leave.
Mr. Cuney?
I'm not intending to ask him to leave.
All right. Well, I'm going to say that this deposition is at an end. Gentlemen, we will see you later.
Have you sought a protective order?
I don't need
Cody?
a protective order. When you have him up, I will be filing a protective order. I do not have to file one. No prior notice was given that Mr. Hagman would be here. Good day.
Please note that the
Commissioner?
party is noticed to be here, and we request that you continue your presence at this deposition.
For the record, just because it was not on the record at the time, and Mr. Hagman can correct me if I'm wrong, but he did represent that he was invited to be here by the plaintiffs. So I just want to make sure that that's on the record.
Well, he was not by the plaintiffs now.
Given permission to be here at my
Well, you had
request.
said
For the-
invited.
And
But
Did
not-
you use the word invited?
But not by the plaintiffs.
understand the context.
I represent
of
the
this.
plaintiffs.
I'm sorry, not by the
In
plaintiffs,
the
by
previous,
Miami
in the
Voice.
previous lawsuit involving Carlos Alvarez and the clerk and Norman Brayman was allowed to sit in on all depositions. And that was when I called to make a request to be there. In this case, I made a similar request with Mr. Cuney, and that was granted. And so that is, you can characterize it as that is what happened. I was given permission to be here, and so that is why I'm here.
Mr.
The
Cody,
Palm
And
Beach
this
Post-
has happened before.
The Palm Beach
This is
Post
a similar
case, the Gridley case, the other cases decided by the Supreme Court all say the press does not have access for various reasons to these pre-trial things.
Mr.
If
Cody,
you were going to,
sued Miami-Dade County,
thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Cody, Mr. Cody,
You're not a
Great
participant
public
in this.
interest.
Thank you.
Mr. Cody, you leaving? Yeah, we just want to make sure that...
Over objection of Miami Voice, this deposition is suspended at the present time but not concluded.
Okay, we're off the record. Thank you.
Time is 11:19 a.m. We're going off the record.